I'm Mirella.
And I'm Zoe.
Welcome to the Critical Obsession podcast.
Today we're going to react to the 5th episode of Last Twilight.
I am so excited about this one. As time passes, I get more and more in love with the story. It's scary. I think I'm gonna start experiment because after episode 3, I somehow, I don't know why, I had this calling to rewatch the trailer, which when we watched it the first time, I was quite chill about. I was like, yeah, it's romantic, it's cute, blah blah. But then now, every time I watch it, I cry.
I haven't had a chance to rewatch it. I remember you asked me, you sort of challenged me to do a rewatch last time when we watched the
Yes,
last
yes.
episode, and I haven't done so yet.
Join the experiment. I'm gonna make a post every week when I rewatch it. Like, did I cry this time?
Like a cry counter. Honestly, I don't think I will, only just because I'm feeling very like kind of non-emotional lately. I mean, I'm happy, like I'm not depressed or anything like that, but I'm I don't know, I think it would have to be something fairly extreme to make me cry. I'm kind of very, I guess,
We'll see.
sort of
We'll
chill
see.
because I'm actually really stressed because of work, but I'm actually really chill at the same time. So I think it's because as of next week I'm on vacation, so like my brain is stressed, but the rest of my body's just like
Mhm.
prematurely. So I'll cry.
I'm skeptical because you're the one who cries usually. I
Yeah.
am like, yeah, this is good.
Well, I
I
feel
am
like
emotional.
if I wait and watch it like the night before I'm meant to go back to work, I might cry then. But it might not have anything to do with the last Twilight trailer.
Another thing,
Mm.
I I added the song that Mark sang for a day to my
Mhm.
Spotify playlist. I don't know what it's called. I just, I have this extension, browser extension that finds the song for you, and I added it to Spotify and listened to it. I actually prefer Mark's version because it's a bit more raw and vulnerable somehow, and it
Well,
fits the moment, and I'm vibing with it.
it's Jimmy's like soundtrack song basically.
Yeah, yeah. At
So it
first,
makes
yeah, last
sense.
time we thought it might be an original. Actually, it's a cover.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. And so what they heard on the radio was the original song, and the artist is Dechin. Dechin. I'm sorry. I added this song to my playlist. I'll add Jimmy's version if it's available as well.
I thought it was. I thought I
You hear
already
it.
added it to my playlist, but maybe I didn't.
I'm obsessed with the music from the last episode. Like, I kept going back to the moment with the hands and also the moment at the end. And did you notice how beautiful the instrumental music was in those scenes?
I will have to confess that I did not.
Because usually, like, I was on Tumblr and I was watching these gifs or the scenes that we're talking about, and they're absolutely beautiful. But every time I looked at them, like, there was something that was missing for me. Like,
Hmm.
I had this melody that I couldn't even remember playing in my mind. I was like, it enhanced this moment so much, and I just had to go back and listen to them, to the music from there again and again and again and again. It's very beautiful.
Yeah, so I'm hoping it's going to be joyous and not torturous. And I'm pretty sure we're safe because I had a work Christmas thing tonight, and Morelli, you worked back. You worked later, and so we're a little bit behind, like when it aired until when we're actually watching it. And my mum was watching it, or she was. She might be finished now, and I had to walk through where she was watching, and I'm like, it's one of those things where it's good because I don't understand the language, so like in general, mostly. So
Mm.
I'm like, what they're saying is not like spoiling me. So I'm just very carefully like not looking at the television. I'm looking at her, and she's got this like really stupid grin on her face. And I'm like, I take it's a good episode. She's like, mm-hmm. So I think we're pretty safe with the whole joyous, not torturous aspect of the episode. Although she hadn't finished the episode.
Oh,
Disclaimer, she hadn't finished watching the episode at that point. So who knows? You never know what they get, they might throw a curveball in right at the end there. Although this show's been pretty good at not really doing that. Although last week we did have sort of the pregnancy curveball, but that really wasn't, like a big
I feel like
drama point or anything.
we'll get hurt because we're already so in love with Mark. That
Mm.
scene, I mean, I love music so much. I've been studying instruments, I write stuff, and when they have the character like express their feelings like that, it
Mm-hmm.
gets to me, and especially this character, it got to me. I don't know what happened because I'm in love with him. Don't really usually like I don't usually like characters who are violent or something. I know I'm reading a book currently. I'm quite skeptical about the character from there, although, but this one, I don't know. I don't know what they did, how maybe it's also the actor, maybe it's the way they wrote him, but he's so good. And if he is hurting, I'm gonna be hurting as well. And it's
Mm.
coming. It's coming because
Oh yeah, they're lulling us into a false sense of security with all the like sunshine moments, because ultimately it's not going to be like that, is it? It's going to get dark because it's going to get dark for Day, and then it'll get dark for Mork as well.
maybe he will decide that he's not good enough for Day and he's going to retreat
Possibly.
and they will have to reach out for him.
Mm. It's interesting that you liked this song, and you feel like it enhanced the moment and everything like that, because I feel like the fact that he sang this song that was in the car that Day had expressed a liking for, and clearly he had changed the channel, or not changed the channel, but like changed the station or turned it off or whatever, because the song was a little too close to home or to
Hmm.
whatever. The fact that he then sings it to him, it's almost like a little, like, kind of almost mini confession of feelings
It is,
almost.
it is, it is, yeah,
Mm.
exactly.
So, all right, well, look,
That was
we
exactly what he was feeling, and the lyric said something like, I was not planning on acting on these feelings, but here we are. So let's go watch the episode.
yes, let's do that. We'll switch the first part.
Part one.
So,
So
um, Mork's obsession with being called P is so funny to me, because I just feel like we're potentially going to have a reveal where, like, I know in real life Jimmy is older than C, at least I believe he is. Um, but I feel like it could potentially be a leading up to finding out that Day is actually older.
maybe, but also, as G said, it got much less polite and distant.
Yeah.
So suddenly, he wants him closer. That now that he knows he's hot.
Mork is being so flirty, and not sort of letting Day sort of back away. And not in a, like, a, oppressive kind of way, just in a, flirty way. And
Hmm.
then, when he does finally sort of like leave him alone, so to speak, um, Day's face is just like the cutest smile.
Yeah, but they saying, I don't want another big brother, and
Yeah,
like, what do you want me to be then?
I know, right?
Please. Yeah.
Yeah.
If Day could see Mork's face, the way he looks at Day is a dead giveaway.
Oh,
Like,
of course it is.
like his heart isn't on in his eyes, on his face.
Yeah.
He can't hide his emotions at all.
No.
He's trying.
It'd be interesting, wouldn't it, if he knew that he could see him, would he be so, like, blatantly obvious?
But his friends, Day's friends, can see his expression, so he's not really hiding even from other people.
No, but like, would he hide
No,
it from Day
it's him.
himself?
Remember, we said he's a direct person. He's not someone
True.
who hide. Maybe he would hold back, try not to be intrusive with his feelings, but he would not hide and lie. He's a direct person.
Yeah, true. So we had the scene where they're like making breakfasts, and the friends posted on whatever Instagram or whatever, and he suggests today that he should post something. And I don't know if you noticed, but like when he helped him take the photo, like they were kind of holding hands almost
Of
to
course.
hold the plate up.
He's possessive because
He,
preparing the food a possessive gesture because he wants to do that for Day and he does not want to feed him his mother's food anymore. And that moment with hand holding when they take the picture of the food. I mean,
yeah,
possessive gestures.
he's in the photo, and we had some, like, I guess, setting the scene slash foreshadowing, because when Day was using the app to read the comments, there was the comment from G about, like, aren't you coming to my game, but there was also who's the other guy, I think is what the
Mm-hmm.
comment was,
Yeah, yeah.
which I'm assuming was meant to be August. It doesn't reveal who who posted the comment, which is a strange thing, but I'm guessing, yeah.
Maybe not necessarily. It's just an acknowledgement so that Day knows that Mark's hands were also in the picture. Maybe he did not realize that.
I don't know. I feel like it was foreshadowing for the moment that we got, because it's a very
Well, it's
strange question
foreshadowing, but
considering.
I don't think it was necessarily August.
Yeah. Well, we'll have to wait and see. But yeah, I because pretty much most of his friends have already met Mork, and they know, and
Mhm.
it wasn't a teasing comment. It was a, like, the way, if the translation is correct, and I'm pretty sure I'm like got the wording right, who's the other guy, like, other, like, it seems pointed anyway. So, and then
So
we had the badminton game, which it looked like for a moment there Day was going to struggle. I wondered if he was going to, like, want to leave, like, when the game was
I
starting.
noticed something. Yeah, I noticed something when we had that intro picture where they shown, that after the intro song, there's a picture, with Day and Mork and every other characters, and G and what's the name of Mork's friend?
um the girl,
Hmm.
oh my goodness, I can't remember.
Well, they are not close. Like there are people between them.
Yeah, so
Usually,
probably
usually they
nothing.
put, yeah, but she is near night, so I don't know. Someone had I see people talking online that maybe something will happen between them, and the fact that they're close there
who who
on the
was who
picture.
was who was near night?
Mork's friend,
Ah, okay, yep.
Purjai.
Project, yeah.
Hmm.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I actually meant to look at that because I forgot. And usually that's fairly telling. Like, I remember with Not
Hmm.
Me, everyone was, like, really upset about certain things, but, like, if you looked at the poster, it was, like, blindingly obvious the whole time.
Not necessarily, because on the Not Me poster, like they were on the same like height, not height. They're aligned. They were aligned. But in
Yeah.
this one, Day and Mork are aligned, and the other ones are kind of like form a semicircle around them. So not necessarily. We'll see, I guess.
Yeah.
So they start the scene with the badminton, with that sports scene with the story, the Last Twilight story.
Mm.
And I guess we'll hear more of that story. This is just the beginning.
Mm.
And it parallels what's happening today, of course.
Yes, and it has, like, I don't know. It's like nothing like it, but I also, while maybe it's just because he's reading it to him. I'm not really sure, and we had the little prince, like, narration from Mock, but it kind of when he was reading it, was giving me, like, little prince vibes as well.
Hmm.
So, but yeah, even though, like, the story is nothing like alike, it's just while he was reading the story, I was thinking about the little prince, and I'm thinking, is this going to factor in somewhere? And I, like, was, like, it evoked that feeling, and thought in me. So,
Hmm. So
and
of
that's
course, God Day is gonna have some flashbacks,
yeah.
and he's gonna get a bit sad, which is completely natural. But Mark's brain goes into panic mode when he says that Day sad. Like
Mm.
he's looking for something to do, for something to say, to make him think about something else, to make him snap out
Yeah,
of it.
well, it's like it was so obvious. He had like flight mode activated.
Hmm.
Like he looked
Hmm.
like he just was getting like you feel. I feel like if he could see, if his issue was something else and his vision was fine, he would have gotten up and just like taken off. Like that was the vibe he was like putting out so strongly. And I love how like he just reaches out and touches him, and instantly he stills and calms.
Yeah.
And then he sort of made the joke about doing the commentary.
Yeah, but also I like how they started opening up. He
Mm,
said he confessed that he was missing that. He's not hiding his feelings anymore. He's not
mm,
isolating himself, at least from work.
mm.
He is honest, and he wants to share, and he expects from Mork to be there for him and to provide this comfort, and Mork does that. But he gets Mork nervous, and very nervous, and he does not realize how much it affects him yet.
Yeah,
I'm waiting for the moment he understands how much Mork is affected by him feeling bad, by this moments.
yeah. Well, I mean, he knows nothing of his past,
Hmm.
except for like he has, rough ideas because of the conversations I've had about like his brushes with you know, the police and like, that sort of side of his past. And he knows that he fights and, he gets angry and stuff like that, but he doesn't really know like the whys of it and stuff like that.
Yep.
So,
So the teaching him to come into the game was funny. It was a really cute moment between them.
mm. And
And
I'm watching like when G1, I'm like watching Mork's reaction, how like into it he was, and I was just like laughing because I was remembering like in the first episode when he was betting against Day and that, and even at the beginning of this where he says like I don't understand, I don't play it, I don't know, like I don't understand. So it's just cute to see him getting into something that like means so much today.
yeah, but also his happy day is happy.
Yeah,
So happy Day was happy.
and also he likes G, so he's happy for G too.
Yeah. So then Day continues calling him P in public as well, and Jin notices it. And then we get the August moment.
Yeah,
August entering the scene.
yeah, and it's very intense. It's very intense,
Hmm.
and so
Kind
like,
of
sorry.
aggressive.
He
Yeah,
was,
he's very
yeah.
intense.
And I mean,
You're
I don't
right.
know. I'm getting like it feels like more than just like you know badminton teammate. But then, like
He
it's
probably
it would
feels betrayed somehow.
sorry.
He probably feels betrayed somehow, especially if he
Well,
doesn't have all the information.
yeah, I was gonna say if you put it in perspective from the only thing he really knows is when they were playing, which was what like meant to be like some sort of like World Cup semi-finals type thing, because they were playing
Hmm.
against another country, and suddenly like Day is out of commission. He can't play anymore. They would have had to have forfeited, so they lost. And then all of a sudden he just disappears off the face of the earth. No explanation, no like, oh sorry we lost, no like no nothing, and I mean, like all sports or anything, that you play to get to a level where you would compete, you put a lot of time, a lot of blood, sweat, and tears into that. And it's not just, I mean, I guess when you're playing so close, like when it's like pairs or something, like you're so close. And also, it's like not just your dream you're messing with. Essentially, it's his as well. So the
Hmm.
intensity could be all because of that, or it could be for something else. But what I loved in this scene was that this would have been a perfect opportunity for Mork to completely fly off the handle because Day is clearly upset. He's clearly
Mhm.
frightened, and Mork does not like this guy touching Day.
Well, he did. I think if he did something else, it would have been weird. Like it was appropriate for Day to react that
Of
like
course
that.
it was. It makes complete sense of how he's reacted up until this point in time with everybody, pretty
Mhm,
much.
mhm,
But
mhm.
I mean, like Mork's reaction is, uh, it was because
Like
he
if
was.
he did something else, if he like made a step, like maybe he would have started fighting.
I know, that's what I'm
He was
saying. The fact that he didn't
so
like.
triggered.
Yeah, well, because he stepped in front of him, like he was like ready to like protect and defend, and the fact that he
Hmm.
kind of restrained himself from the defend part, um, was like, I for a second I thought we were gonna get like a full on brawl, and I'm just like, dude, he's just
Actually,
like,
I think he was in defend mode. He was not in offend mode. You know,
yeah, mm-mm.
he was not attacking. He's like a wall.
Well, I think it's like it's this situation where he doesn't know who this person is essentially,
Hmm.
and also G kind of had a hold of him, so he wasn't continuing to move towards
Hmm.
Day and into Day's space. I
Hmm.
feel like if August had made an aggressive kind of move, like if he had moved towards Day, then Mork would have put his hands on him. And I feel like
Hmm.
then that would have ended in some sort of violence
Yeah,
because
because he
he
kept looking back, even when he got hold of Day and started walking away. He kept looking back. He was really triggered. He did not like that guy. He did not
yeah,
like that. He was like,
he's like, who the fuck are you? Like, how dare you
huh?
touch him? Yeah.
How dare you? Exactly. Like, how dare you? Like, he kept shaking his head. Like, what the fuck? How dare
Yeah, like
you? That
what
was
right do you
exactly.
have? Yeah, what right do you have to lay hands on him? And
Hmm.
considering like how much contact him and um Day have, and not just like in the way that like in a job kind of way, but also just in their, I guess, growing or budding relationship, like their friendship or whatever. I mean, when he was teasing him in the morning about calling him P and like about borrowing his shirt and all that. I don't know if you noticed the whole, like whenever Day kind of was like, "Go away, I'm not calling you P," that he and sort of pushing him, he would like grab his hands and kind of hold his hands.
Hmm. Hmm. Yeah, I
And
did.
it's like so like his vibe was so like, what right do you have to touch him? And like yet he is taking all of those liberties and like probably a little bit more, and like Day is allowing him those, so it's kind of
Hmm.
interesting, like this unspoken permission that he has, and so he's just like, no one else should have this. And I wonder if he realizes, like, I feel like he knows he likes him because
Yeah, well,
he's super
yeah.
flirty, but like I'm like, does he realize quite like how possessive he is? Like he's like major league possessive. It's hilarious.
I feel like maybe he does already. I think he's entirely aware of what's happening.
Yeah. And it's so funny.
Probably both of them are on the same page right now. That they're playing this game, and maybe if this bubble of theirs um, stayed untouched, they would get closer and closer. But something is gonna happen, like August, like an
Mm,
external force that's going to do
cause drama.
something. Like,
Well, it's interesting because like um Day said something when he was talking about like the game of badminton when they were watching G play, and he made some comment about like before people knew who they were and they used to lose, no one used to cheer for them, how he
mhm,
misses the experience of like they used to hold each other and cry,
mhm.
basically him and her. And it was really funny because you see Day's like, huh? Kind of has a, like a huh moment. And then he's like, he thinks about it for a second and then he's like, oh, like, and it becomes it was almost like he's like, should I be jealous of this? No, it's all good.
Mhm, mhm,
um, but yeah, he's majorly triggered by August, which is why I feel like there's a vibe. You know what I mean? Like it's very intense. But then,
mhm.
as I said, he doesn't know who this guy is, so he doesn't know that the intensity could be just because of like what we mentioned before about the not being told anything, being abandoned, having his dream broken, having all his, hard work wasted. Could all just be that. It might not be anything more than that, but it's just, I feel like he's in the credits, isn't he, this August guy? So I feel like he's going to be more of a
Yeah, and for Day, it was too hard, too fast,
mm,
taken by surprise with, you know, aggressiveness, and he ran away.
yeah, he was super aggressive.
Yeah. And
Anyway,
you
I'm
looked
super
at that moment, remember? Like, I think you were imagining something like Day, Mark fighting and Day asking for him to stop. That was
yeah,
almost that. And he had to call out a bit for Mark to disengage from that whole I'm a wool thing.
yeah.
I'm a wool who can fight.
I think
Sure.
he only yeah, I think he only said it twice, but like it took a second to break through.
Yeah, and he was very distressed. Like his voice was really
Mm,
take me home.
yeah,
P. He used P more. Get me home.
yeah, and that's even probably more pointed as to like what sort of drew
Hmm.
him out too. So yeah, I think we should go and watch part two because I'm super curious to see if they talk about like what this deal is and how truthful Day is about who this guy is.
Let's go.
All right, cool. Part three. No, part
Two.
two. You know why? Because I've got part three like primed on the television ready to go. And I just saw the three and was just like, oh, yes, part two.
So we got the Day August story, and
Yes.
Day decided to share with Mark again,
Hmm.
which is a thing now.
Well, it's interesting too, isn't it? Like, Mork asks the question, who is he? And he just answers.
Hmm.
So I feel like he knows that, like, Mork is safe. No
Yeah.
judgment, no, just he's safe. So, and I'm like, so I'm watching it. I'm like, we're showing that August is just an intense person in general.
He's like, what is that term?
What?
When like, what is that term from anime when the character is like cold on the exterior and kind of,
Oh, Sondia.
yeah, that,
Yeah,
but in reality they're kind of, they're just very intense and caring, but they don't always show it.
yeah. Well, interesting to see if the actual caring is like actual caring or if he is just like intense. I mean, it indicates that he is because they did the whole like sweatband gift thing with his name on it.
Hmm.
Yeah. So,
So in the beginning they didn't like each other, they're not synced
or rather, no,
because
I think Day liked him. I think just like August was like didn't want to be partnered
they
with him.
they looked up to him because he was not as good as August.
Mm,
He had to work to get to his level, I guess. And August got impressed by the fact that they cared and they put in their effort, and he
didn't give up.
tried, yeah, he tried to um get better, which is impressive,
Yeah,
even in the face of failure. And he accepted Day as a partner
yeah.
once he
I
saw that.
I really wish they'd stop saying I donation.
Yeah, I was like, I donation again.
I'm like, and like more than once, and I'm just like, my whole body just shudders every time they say it. I'm like,
So
ugh.
it really was Day's idea not to tell anyone because,
Yeah, that reveal was, yeah. I mean, we were pretty sure that that was the case.
yeah, he's a fish in the tank. Everyone is watching the fish. He didn't want them to see him in that state where he was that vulnerable, and it makes sense. So yeah.
Mm,
And the moment where the eye donation idea is something that keeps him alive, that gives him hope, although he already gave up on his dream for to pursue this career in sports, and he kind
yeah,
of gave up on August as well.
yeah. He seems
I
to
love that.
be like less like before he was like super and this could just be because Mork is making him happy, you know what I mean? But like he before he was very defeatist. He was just like, you know, I might as well be dead kind of like mentality. Um whereas because he was his thing was like this is never gonna happen. What's the point? Blah 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 blah. And now he's kind of like it's almost like he's accepting that it probably isn't gonna happen, but he's
Mm-hmm.
not depressed like he was before.
Mm-hmm.
Like he's slowly starting to accept that this might be his new reality.
He's probably going through the stages of grief
Yeah,
right
probably.
now.
And he's slowly sort of like like learning to navigate through like trial and error and stuff as to like what works. And I think by having Mork around, he's like helping him in like having that, you know, backup. Like he's less afraid to like stub his toe because he's got those soft furry slippers on. He's like less afraid to like put himself out there because he knows Mork's there essentially. He's he's
Well, this
he's
is based
he's
on
he's
experience.
he's fussy he's his fuzzy fluffy fish slipper.
Yeah, well, this is based on experience because it happened again and again. Mork showed him that he can trust him and he can rely on him. And also, I thought it was interesting. Two things: the fact that when he,
Oh, I just had a thought.
the, the
Sorry,
fact
keep
that
going.
when he, the fact that when he ends his story, he says, "Well," and Mork responds with, "Oh, do you want food?" He's like, "Is this all that you can say? Like, this is the your consolation," which shows the fact that he is looking for comfort from
Mm,
Mork. He already is his person that he goes to um for affirmation and
mm,
feel better. And the fact that Mork says someone like me,
mm.
it hurt me
Yeah.
because all I could come up with, because it already shows that he thinks he's not okay. He
Yeah.
thinks he's not enough.
Mm,
He thinks like he'd probably think that they would settle with him because he is this weird person that does or did a lot of things wrong. Like he's damaged. He's
yeah,
someone
he's damaged.
someone like him who is not really enough, and this is all that he can do. And even how no matter how much he tries with someone like him, it's not enough because he's someone like him. You know what I mean?
Mm. Well, I had a theory. Okay, so we have these like fish slippers that
Hmm.
he bought Day, and they're imperfect. They have
Yeah.
that like band-aid like wound on them, just like the car. And I
Hmm.
feel like, you know, I made a joke about Morg being his like human-sized fuzzy fish slipper. And he is essentially like he is fulfilling that role of like being there so that, you know, metaphorically, like Day isn't going to stub his toe and like break an ankle or whatever, like because Mork would never let that happen. Um, but he's damaged just like the fish, just like the car.
Well, yeah, we talked about it in the last episode where when he had this he was wounded on his face, and all he did was put a band-aid, which
Yeah,
like
like
is
the
not
quick
not
fix,
really treating the wound. It's just like
covering it up
you
so
know exactly,
you
yeah.
can't see the imperfection. And I didn't quite think of him in that role of being like the fuzzy slipper, you know. So
Hmm.
it's interesting. Um,
Another
yes.
word we can describe him in that I remember who said it. Was it Day or was it him? Bold. Yeah, he is bold. You can add direct and bold and honest.
So you know what I love? I love how he's like, Day's like, is that all you've got kind of thing? Is that all you've got for me? Like, is that all of the comfort? And so he's just like, yeah, I don't know what to do here at this moment. And so then he like reached up, put a hand on his knee, and Jay's just like, yeah, that'll do. He's like, I feel all better now.
Mhm.
Let's go and eat. Um
Also, love scores from the judge. He's expecting love scores from the judge.
yes. And then we had the whole like cute Mork cooking for him scene. And he made something for Day that he'd made for
That's
his
something,
sister.
yeah, exactly.
And like food that is has a fond memory attached to it. Or rather, my initial thought was, and my initial note is like fond memory attached to it, but we find out in a few like a minute or so's time after that it's actually kind of bittersweet.
Yeah, but look at what that food exactly is, something, it's all that he could come up with, someone like him in a situation when he was alone in the world with his sister, and now it's kind of him and Mark against the whole world.
mm,
But he doesn't want that for Day. He doesn't want him to replace his sister. He to be like his sister, so
mm.
he fixes the glass on the picture. He
Oh,
wants Day
okay.
to
So
have other people. He
so
doesn't want him to end up like his sister. Yeah,
so talking about like me crying
you did.
earlier, and I'm like, I don't think I'm gonna cry at the moment. Nothing's gonna make me cry. Tra la 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 la. No crying for Zoe. I may have
Mm-hmm.
shed a tear when he gave him the glass repaired,
Yeah.
and he sort of said to him that he wanted him to enjoy the memory and for it not to cause him pain.
Mm-hmm.
And I couldn't help but draw that parallel between the fact, and this is maybe a trigger warning for people because I'm about to talk about what happened to his sister, um, about how she cut herself to get away from her pain, and he doesn't want the bad memories to cut more. Mork doesn't want the bad memories to cut Day, and I was just like, there were
Yeah.
tears. There were tears. I was just like, oh. The thing that gets me with this is the wording in this show. Like, I mean, obviously we have to make play with the translation because how accurate it is to the English, I don't know, but like the way it is translated, the wording is like brilliant and beautiful in so many ways. And then they do eye donation. And I'm just like,
Yeah.
why? Why? You were doing
Maybe the
so well,
translate.
sweetie.
Maybe the translators are kind of
I
doing
kind of
something
feel
weird
like they're
here.
just like, I'm like, I mean, obviously they're not listening to us, but if I was someone like that and I was listening to this, I would like just, we have to put donation in this episode. They'll love it. It'll give them something to talk about.
They role play a bit. Mr. Customer, Mr. Chef made me think of Dangerous Robots.
Yes,
But
Mr. Yeah, I think there was Caretaker as well was one.
yeah,
Yes.
I also not surprised that he decided to share about his sister.
Notice though he
But
didn't share
even,
like the circumstances.
he
Um,
didn't. But he did with the food. It's like he brought a bit of his life into Mark's life. He
yeah,
opened up.
he opened up
And
to share that with him. And it's
yeah, and it's like he wanted to be on the same level of vulnerability with Day. Well, it's not the same,
no,
obviously, but he wanted
yeah.
uh, to get caught up a little bit
He wanted to
because
be just true, like true in the moment. Yeah, as truthful as he could be in the moment. And I think what I really loved about this scene as well is that this may have contributed to my moment
Mhm,
is that um when he's telling Day about his sister, Day has this moment because of course, he's like, "Oh, you haven't told me about your sister," and it's all very, like
mhm.
casual and blasé and like tra la 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 kind of thing. And Mork starts to explain about her. He kind of introduces her, like he says, tells him her her name, and then
Mhm.
says about,
Mhm.
and then the second line is, and she died, I believe, is what he
Mhm.
says. And so you can see, like, you can literally see Day have this moment where he's just like, it's like a total oh fuck moment, because, like, that's like something, you've walked into something that you didn't intend to walk into, because, I mean, and when someone passes away, and a person cares about them, it doesn't really matter if it's family, friends, whatever. But I mean, he's just literally said, he had literally just told Day that it was just him and his sister. She
Yeah.
essentially raised him. He has
Yeah.
nobody else, and she died.
Mhm.
Like, he's alone, right? Like, and oh my god, I'm getting emotional.
And
Oh, the tears have come.
an extra step, he didn't. She asked him to cook for her, and he didn't. He
Yeah.
said, "Oh, next time." And so he shared that
Yeah, and that little wisdom of,
guilt.
like, who would have thought that there wouldn't be a next time, like, so he's um bestowing on him this, like, idea of, you shouldn't really wait if you want to talk to somebody, you want to do something, you want to express something, because there might not be a next time, there may not be the opportunity to do something for or with someone you care about. So you shouldn't put these things off.
And
And
also maybe something that they didn't catch the
mm,
guilt.
yeah, yeah. Well, that's right. The way he says it, though, he's so, like, kind of, um
Nonchalant about it. It's like,
yeah, but, like, we know, like, as the viewer, we know, and you can feel it. But, like, maybe, yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if Day hasn't quite, it didn't quite catch that. He got it from, um and not to use a word that I know you don't like in this situation, but he got it from, like, kind of, I guess, the lesson standpoint, where he went, or the wisdom of it, and went, oh yes, okay, kind of thing. But what I loved before this is, as I said, he had that oh fuck moment when you, as I said, you walk into something you don't mean to, because you don't, especially, like, he cares about Mork now, he doesn't want to cause him, pain. He's brought up this awkward situation, and he's also, with his sight issues, you have, social situations are more difficult, you can't read the room, like, he doesn't have that with Mork, but at the same time, he's entered um a field that, like, how do you navigate that kind of thing, so there's that.
mhm.
But I also feel like there's maybe, like, this moment of realization that, like, he hasn't been paying attention.
Yeah, he doesn't know him
Yeah,
exactly.
and I
He
feel like
hasn't been
that's,
looking at him.
yeah, I feel like, so he had, like, this oh fuck moment, like, I did the wrong thing, or I said the wrong thing, or, like, I hope he's not hurt. But he also was like, how did I not know this? Kind of, you know what I mean? So it'd be interesting to
Yeah, 'cause
see.
they had that moment when he closed himself in the room, and Mark said, "Well, you have your family, and day something. Let's exchange. You won't have ice, and I
Yeah,
will
I
have."
I wanna I wanna see, like, this moments of realization when, those things, like, register with him. Like, when if he remembers, if we have a him having a flashback memory of that moment, and him being all like, oh, and also, when he does actually find out what happened, if, he's gonna have to realize that. I feel like he'll have a moment as well, where he'll realize that, especially, like, maybe something will happen again that will trigger Mork into reacting the way he did, where he, like, burst into the room because he was so concerned, and then, Day will realize that there's something else going on here, like,
Mhm.
this is why he reacted this way, like, initially, like, way back then, like, he already gave a crap, kind of thing, like, it was so afraid for him in that moment, and
Yeah.
it would have been weird for him at that time, but, like, in hindsight, if he remembers it, he's going to be like, oh wow, you know so
Yeah,
i'm um,
I'm
I'm
curious
looking
about this,
forward.
and also about the moment with maybe Mark watching that last time Day played and realizing that it's also the day that he lost his sister and got
Yeah.
into prison.
Yeah, and how all these things are connected. I know they'll be painful, but I'm kind of like really looking forward to these moments.
Yep.
Um
So then
because
Day
apparently we
decides.
like to be tortured, but also because I really think that they're going to be able to dig in deep and pull out something amazing. So
Yeah, they are nailing this emotional scenes and
mm,
they're doing a really good job.
I'm a big fan. As I said,
So
I feel like this
yeah,
was done really, really well. It made me cry.
Day decides he wants to try again and reconcile, I guess, with August, and I enjoyed
Or,
very much
or
watching Mork studying August,
oh my god, yes. Like
studying his reaction.
I feel like he was low-key like, you will talk to him. Because he's like, do you have a moment? Can we talk? And he's just like looming on the stairs, like, you will talk to him. You will not touch him, but you will
Right,
listen to him.
he was very alert. He was very
Yeah.
alert and ready
He's
to
just had
act.
this like super serious look on his face, like, I am watching you.
Okay, so let's go watch part 3.
Yes, I'm really curious for part 3. All right, let's do it.
Hello,
Hello, I'm dying.
part 3.
I'm just like, kill me now.
Uh,
Roll
I
me
think I'm
up in a
already
big blanket and throw me in the river.
done. There's nothing to lose already. So let's start at the beginning. Day didn't want to see being replaced by another partner. This is what he was scared about, being replaced. And him wanting to give that back, that thing for the head that I don't know the name of.
Sweatband,
Uh,
headband.
how? Sweatband.
Mm.
It's like he thought he did not deserve it anymore because it was something that he deserved. It was something that he
He
felt he
earned.
earned.
Mm.
Yeah. And so now he wanted to give it back. And Mark was watching in the background, studying. And that guy, even though he's intense and all, decided to be there for him outside of the game,
Do we think?
outside of the court.
Do we think he likes Day?
I think he does.
Same.
I think he earned not only his respect, but also his love.
Mm.
He was.
And I'm just like, the bit where he took his hand, where he took Day's hand, I was like, oh no. And
But
then
Mark's face,
he very
when
smoothly did this, like, oh, I'm just gonna lead you, like he's doing. Did you notice how he did not address or include or like even acknowledge Mork's existence at all?
yeah, but I feel like that's kind of how it's supposed to be in a way, the way he did it.
Well, I don't know, because
So once
literally
I think I
everybody.
noticed, I think I know because this is how Day presents him. He always tells everyone he's a friend. He's not,
No,
you
no, but
know.
I mean, like, literally everybody else who's met Mork when they've been with Day,
Mhm.
including G, has almost immediately included Mork. And
Yeah, and that is kind of possessive. It's like he doesn't want to share Day with anyone, so he's not going to even include Mork in this equation,
yeah,
in
that's what I'm
this
saying. Like,
equation.
I feel like it's like that thing, like where two like predators are like sizing up one another. Like,
Yeah.
this deer is my dinner. Sorry, jungle, lore of the jungle talk. But I'm just like,
Actually,
yeah,
I
he's.
loved before that. I thought Mork's face when he saw them reconnect. He was so pleased. It's like fixed something. He
Mm-mm-mm.
was he fixed something for Day, and
He's so
even
serious
later when
though.
he decided he's taking this very
No,
seriously.
no, but
Like
I mean, like at the beginning, there was like I feel like there was like a well, not conflict, but like he's just he's so serious, and then he was like, yes,
trust.
okay, this is good, yeah.
Yeah, he wanted it to be a result thing. He didn't want Day to cut himself with this,
Mm-mm.
as you said. And also later when he decides, no, you're going to do this. If you want it, you're going to do this, and I'm going to test you and everything. It's like, again, he doesn't want to become, even though, like, no matter how he feels, he doesn't want to become Day's whole world. He
Mm,
doesn't want Day to depend on him. He's
mm,
there to help him become independent, live his life. But he doesn't want, to limit him in any way. He's there
mm.
to uplift him.
Yeah.
And I love this about him. And the moment when August invited, like, asked for permission in a way, like, I'm going to lead him, I'm going to take his hand. Like, the way he took his hand, though, like, it started with an intimate gesture,
It
and
was,
then
yeah,
it
it was
transferred
very
into,
propriety, and even Day was like, "Wait, what the fuck?"
yeah.
So
And also the way he kind of got a bit scared, and he was um not avoiding, like, hesitating to let go of Mark, and Mark was the one who kind of made him let
yeah,
go.
he let him go. Yeah, but did you notice that, like, when they moved away from him, he wasn't watching Day; he was watching August.
Not really. I just noticed that he was walking up close, like he was always there in case they needed him. But
Yeah, he was, but like when they first walked away, he is direct like line of sight was on August. He was checking to make sure he was doing the right thing or like whatever. I don't know.
Mhm,
Um,
mhm.
but yeah, so
His testing is like, does this guy deserve to be with Day? And so far, he did everything right. Like, he got Mark's approval,
yeah, and this might
because
be like as you
he
said,
the
this
fact that
5G.
he encourages Day to go on that date means he kind of earned Mark's trust, that he is
Yeah.
going to try, is going to be there for him.
Yeah. And I feel like this is like this factors into that thing you were talking about where like he ultimately doesn't think he's good enough. So he's encouraging him to go with the better option,
Yeah.
essentially. Um, and so
So, and it's also, it's important the fact that he is a part of his older life that he knows Day misses. He wants that life back, as many pieces. He's going to put back as many pieces as possible to make Day feel like he did not really lose anything, or to make him feel whole again.
hmm, I wonder if he feels like he's gonna not get himself, but he's gonna get Day to a certain point where he isn't gonna need him anymore and he'll just slowly like try and, like leave, I guess, and only to realize hopefully that um Day needs him. Like not because of his sight or for any other reason that just like, because he loves him or whatever. But it'd be interesting to see whether or not Day realizes like straight away because it is possible that he might get distracted by all of this stuff. You know what I mean? Because as you said, it's shades of his old life.
Yeah, and I think this is why I think I said it before. I feel like he'll have to go to Mork and tell him, no, you need to stay. I need you here.
Yeah.
He'll have to tell it to him directly, because so far he's kind of denying, every step that Mork is trying to take. He's like, no, actually, -1. No, I
Yeah.
don't like. No.
Yeah, like more Mork is like flirting like high key, like really hard 95% of the time. And as I said, if he's leading Day towards, something better, but he's still like it's like he can't help himself. Like he's still gonna flirt, even though he doesn't like think it's
Yeah,
gonna go anywhere.
I feel like maybe he doesn't really realize how possessive he is. I said in the last part, or the first part, that maybe he
Yeah.
knows about his feeling for sure, but maybe he doesn't realize how possessive he is. Or maybe
Possessive
he
he actually
does,
is.
but he's trying to use it in ways that could also help Day, because trying other food than his mom's is a good thing, because he won't depend on his mom's food. He'll
Yeah. And he's not
he'll try
being
other stuff.
limited. He's not
Yeah,
being, as you said, stuck in a fishbowl with only
yeah.
like fish flakes to eat, sort of thing.
But when
Um,
it comes to this guy, he's trying to let go, even though he, like, I'm sure he feels possessive, but he consciously is
I
pushing Jay.
I feel
Yeah.
like he probably thinks he's being protective because he is, because it's really funny, like you see the way he is with pretty much everyone that Day comes in contact with. They all kind of get like the really intense like glare kind of as to whether or not, you know, they are worthy of Days like to breathe in his, you know, immediate vicinity. But once they've, as you said, kind of like proven themselves or whatever, he steps back and he's
Mhm.
relaxes and lets them, you know, navigate their own relationship with Day.
Yeah,
And he just sort of
let him live his life. Yeah,
mm-mm,
because he's there as a helper ultimately. Like
yeah,
when Jay can interact with his life, when he doesn't need him, when he doesn't feel like he might get lonely or sad, when he can get something from other people, from other interactions, he's going to step back. He's not going to replace anything else in Jay's life.
yeah.
He's not going to take more place than he feels he needs to in Jay's life. Like he's not going to replace other things.
Mm-mm. But it's like, it's interesting because it's like he hasn't quite realized yet, Mork, I mean, that he is in the story. It talks about how like me went outside, and in the book, the character me, how she went outside and no one could see her, but she got joy from seeing. In the book, me, the character in the book, she goes outside and no one can see her, but she gets joy from like seeing her friends and other people being happy and playing and everything. And then there was a line that said something about how like she didn't realize it at the time, but like being out in the sun like that had made her like more solid and more
More
like
real,
there, more real, yeah. And it's
more
like,
alive.
yeah, once
She's
again,
like
it's
a
like,
ghost
yeah,
disappearing.
yeah,
Really.
that's right. And I think the part in the story here that we're now meant to like realize, which Mork is obviously not gonna get probably right until the end, is that he is Day's son.
Yeah.
Like from Day's perspective, once he realizes it, that's how he's going to see him. Like he's lit his life up again. He's given
But he
him.
doesn't want to be that. He doesn't
No,
want to
he
be that
doesn't.
today.
No, he doesn't. But like that's not really his choice in terms of like how Day sees him,
Hmm.
or rather doesn't see him, as the case may be. But like that is going to be, his world was really dark before Mort came into it, and like he's opened the windows, he's opened the curtains, you know, like he's let the sun in essentially. Maybe he's not the sun, but maybe he's let the sun in, you know. The thing that I totally spoiled myself. I saw the little, you know, like little preview they do in between the two episodes, and the
No,
two
don't
between.
talk about it.
I'm not going to, but I was just like, I saw something and I was like, do you think that
You're like,
Day? Sorry.
you were like,
Yeah, I'm like, well, you told me not to say anything, so I just made noises instead. Um, the I'm just like, oh, Morg, am I gonna need to cuddle you at the end of this episode?
oh
Um,
no,
I'm just joking.
no. Oh fuck, this is spoilers away.
It's not a spoiler. No,
Mm-hmm.
seriously though, have you been paying attention to the like the little bits just at the beginning of each section?
Yeah, they're like this one was showing
Darker.
us more being
Like
sad,
normally it's all
and
like
the previous one as well.
happy and like love and smiles, and tonight it was like Day crying
Yeah,
and like, yeah, Mork being really
mm.
serious, and I'm just like,
And the lonely somehow.
we haven't had any of that yet.
Yeah,
So, and this last bit's like 22 minutes. I'm like so afraid. And
yeah.
I just felt like you should be there with me. I'm like,
So
join me
then,
in my fear. But no, I
no,
wanted to
no, I
ask
don't want
you.
to. I want to talk about the last part.
You're like, I want to go back to the happiness. I want to ask you a question. Do you
Yes.
think because Mork says, so of course, hang on, I'll get to that in a minute. If we go to the next bit, he's like getting ready for their date.
Yeah.
let's call
Test
it that.
date.
The test date. Yeah, but
Yeah.
really, like, who thinks it's a test date? Because that boy is dressing up, and it's so funny. Like, I love his bestie, because she's just like, you look really nice, but then she called him out because of the perfume.
Mhm.
And he's like, oh, it's a nice place. I have to dress up. And she's like, is that also why you have to smell good? Like, no one sees
And this
that.
is this is flirting that they will appreciate because he is the person who cannot see, but he can smell him and like.
I love how they smelt him and said to him, what did he say? I can smell you look good, but it doesn't suit you. Who made you dress this way?
So
Like,
they got his flirting.
yeah, this is what I mean about the language. Like, I love that. I can smell
Yeah.
that you look good. Like, what is that even? That is a huge flirt. But then I love, he's like, it doesn't suit you. It's like, dude. He's like, here, I'm super flirty. No, 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 no. But you can't have it. It's not for you.
Yeah. And then I feel bad for your love. Oh, the thing that got me, like, oh my God, put stencils, I mean, on a tissue or something. I cannot watch that when they put the spoon and the fork on the table. I was like, no.
Oh yeah, I'm like totally OCD. I'm like, and especially in the land of COVID, it's like, put a serviette under that, put a napkin under it. Yeah,
Yeah.
I won't eat. So I won't like use cutlery that's touched the table or like whatever. I think that's, yeah.
Same.
I'm like totally with you. I'm like, bring me a fresh set.
The fact that he said something like, when he was trying to help Day locate the food on the plate, he said something like he prepared to help him because Day was
Yes,
like, how do
because
you
he
know
said
this?
to him, like, how did you come up with this? And he says, what do you think? Like, putting on perfume is the only preparation I do, which leads me to the
So
question I was going to ask before. Do you think he's like going home and reading books and like studying up on like ways that he can help
looks
him
like it. It looks like
navigate?
it because everything that he does demonstrates that he is looking into that subject and he's looking
Yeah,
for
I
ways to
know.
help him. And like he is. I'm sure right now. He basically said it right now. Yeah,
Yeah. He
he's
I mean
taking his
like
job
full
seriously.
I mean like falling in love with your client aside, he would make a really good cab person for somebody, because he's very, very um
Observant
yeah,
and
interested, and like he's learning. He wants to learn. He wants to know how
committed.
can,
Yeah,
yeah, how can this be something that's not a big thing, that's not going to end in tragedy, that's not going to so
yeah.
I loved that about that scene. And then of course Day being Day being like, oh, you should be like, if you're gonna be fancy. And then we got, because remember last week we were watching the end of this episode, we got the trailer, and I'm like, why is he calling him baby when it looks like they're on a
No,
date?
but remember, he was also the one who was uh basically forced Morg to serenade him. Okay, it's not a serenading, right? To sing for him.
Yeah, yeah.
Forced him to do that. I
I
think
think
something
serenading is the
else
right word,
happened.
actually.
Yeah, I think he pushed Morg to do other stuff, but I cannot remember right now. But I feel like this is something like this is a occurring thing.
Well,
They pushing Morg to kind of flirt with him, like
it's
daring him to do more.
it's interesting because I was thinking about like what they're doing with each other, and we see it's very obvious to us like what Mork is doing, how he is navigating
Like
days like,
Morg is doing the flirt and everything, and Morg is they like bolder, be bolder, more, give me more.
but they both have issues with, like, I guess, the way people see them, right?
Mhm.
So, but they're completely
They're both
comfortable with each other.
fishes in that tank.
Yeah, but like they're completely comfortable with each other. But like
Yeah,
we have Day, who doesn't want to eat out because he doesn't want to like a full and spill and like whatever. He's fine at home. He's fine in front of Day. And then we have Mork rather, who is like, afraid of looking less than, afraid of looking, shady, like the criminal, like, whatever. And like just in general, they're both like at the base level afraid of like drawing attention or the wrong kind of attention. And yet here they are being like super flirty, super loud, super like just everything. And neither of
Both
them care.
being a mess. Yeah, both being a mess in the end.
Yeah.
But not caring because they just have each other and it doesn't
Yeah,
matter.
there's like this. I hate to steal the dangerous romance bubble, but they are literally in their own world. Like at the end of this part,
Fish tank.
3, yeah,
Yep.
and they just don't care. Like it's so hilariously funny. And the whole as I said, the thing that got me as well is like he kept flirting. Like Mork was like hardcore flirting, like all the way through this like dinner scene. Baby, and you look cute even if you make a mess and all that. And then even like real speak when he says, it doesn't really matter because like you have no idea how cute you look right now. And he's like, what do you mean? He's like, and it's just,
What do you mean? Oh, let me feed you.
yeah, I know, right? And it's
No,
just
he
like,
is like taking like instead of defense, like going into offense. Like, let me feed you now.
yeah, but like the whole time, like before the feeding bit, the whole time, like Mork is like flat. He's like flexing his flat, and Day is like, oh no, please stop. And then he's like, like, oh, you're making me have goosebumps, and you're like making it all cringy, and then
Looking all happy and smiling, like
yeah,
this is
and
the
then
best thing that's ever happened to him.
oh no, right, and then Mork was holding his hands. It's like, oh, boyfriend, what would you like to eat? And he's like, oh my god, you need to stop. But you notice he never pulled away from him or anything. They
Oh
just
yes,
sit
yes,
there
I
holding
noticed that.
hands.
Yes, he didn't pull his hand back.
No, they're just like sitting there holding hands, like while like discussing dinner. And then yeah, I'm just like, yeah, you guys are on a date. I'm super curious to see how Mork is going to handle now after they have essentially been on a date, the two of them, how he's going to now handle Day going on a date with someone else.
Let's see.
I
Let's
mean,
go see.
he says, was it Day or was it Mork who said dinner with a friend? That it was dinner with a friend that he was going on. Like they referred to the outing with with August as dinner with a friend. I think it was actually Mork that refers to it in that way.
I don't remember.
No. Anyway, it may not mean anything, but yeah, let's go and watch part 4. I'm like, I'll see you on the other side. Let's find out if Zoe cries or not.
We may or may not cry, yeah.
Yeah.
Let's go.
All right. I'll meet you back here soon. Hello.
Hi.
I'm like, okay, part 4. So for the people playing at home, the answer to the question, will Zoe cry? Did Zoe cry? If you're resounding yes, I still am crying. Oh my god.
What if we make a poll before the episode? Like, will one of us cry? Will me?
Seriously.
Who will cry this episode?
Literally, for the last 2/3 of part 4, I was like sobbing. And I'm sobbing while going, oh no, oh no. And it just went on for like a good 7 minutes of the episode.
Yep.
And
okay,
it just kept getting worse. It just kept getting worse. I was like, no, Mork, baby, we read you so wrong. Oh, he was willing to like, oh my god. I'm like, oh, let me hold you.
I love this. I was like, yeah, I'm not going to cry today. I have no emotions.
Shut up. But no, like, oh my god, I'm just. We were just like, oh no, he doesn't think he's good enough, blah blah blah. And then we're just like, no, he's gonna he won't actually go there. And he honestly was not even thinking about this guy as a potential love interest for Day. And he's just like willing to like let it all go and hang out and be like, oh, and I got you this flower. And oh my god, my heart broke. Oh, Canada just kept breaking. Oh, it just kept breaking. Oh, I'm not going to like this August person. I already want him to go away and never come back again. And then I watched the
Okay,
trailer.
let's start at the beginning.
Okay.
So,
I don't know. I can't. What happened?
at the beginning, they said when Mark says praises Knight for being so kind for
Yes.
giving the
He's
car,
fooled you
they
too.
said
It's literally the only note I've got.
yes.
Because after that, I started sobbing. I couldn't see the screen. But yeah. Oh, he's fooled you too.
What the fuck is that about?
I told you. I reckon he's got something to do with the accident. He has.
Now it looks like that more, but his behavior
He's
does
way
not
too bitter
lead
about
to
his
that.
brother.
Yeah.
Sorry. I told you I'm like crying, and now our nose is running. I'm so sorry. I mean,
Okay,
you can edit it out, but I feel like for authenticity. Oh no. I had to take my glasses off. They were fogging up. I couldn't see anything. I was like, oh my poor baby. Okay. But like legit, I can't remember what happened after that. Oh, yes. So many things happened in that. Oh,
I don't
my
know.
ears are all blocked. I
Maybe
think I'm talking really loud. Okay, sorry. What were you saying?
I think he might have considered. He did have this idea that maybe it's like there's more there than friendship, but he did not know how much into that guy Day was. How much probably
You know what I
what
think?
he was told was that this was going on for a very very long time, and it's not something that they let go of. Actually, like his feelings came back with all intensity.
Yeah. Let's go back to the car thing and the brother. I
Oh yeah,
feel
okay.
like there was like they had their like normal intimacy, and then Mork is obviously like, he's just like casually chatting about the car and all that and about night, blah blah blah. And I feel like he was doing it to try and like lighten the mood and maybe like, reduce anxiety and all that sort of stuff. And of course, like instead he unintendedly walked into a minefield that he didn't realize. And then, triggered that reaction in Day, which I then also feel like is part of why Day was like, you can go now. Like, I feel like, obviously, like, because he's thinking he's there for a date, but also I feel like he was also a bit, like, kind of pissed a little.
I think he wanted to be there with that guy by himself. He did not want Mark there as well, because it's confusing. Remember how confused he was when he was between them and both of them were holding his hands, because he obviously has some feelings for Mark as well, and he knows
just
Mark
doesn't
has
realize.
something for them.
Yeah.
It's all too weird, like combining these two worlds that they're not. He cannot put them both together. They do not fit together like two puzzle pieces. That
I mean, like,
fit.
running into August obviously has brought up. It's one of those things because he obviously doesn't realize it, but I don't think he actually has feelings for this guy anymore. I think it's just none of that was ever resolved, and because
It's a part of the lie that he had to let go of. Maybe.
That's right, and because he can't ever resolve it, it's like it looks more attractive to him. Like he feels like it's like he needs to cling to it, kind of, or something. I don't know, but anyway. Yeah, so I loved that Mork stuck around. I kind of knew he would. I actually half expected him. When he got up to go out and he opened the door, I half expected him to like close the door and go and sit somewhere else, because he's not going to leave him there. Not like what happened after, when they were in the market and that.
Exactly. Yeah.
There's just no way he was going to leave.
He feels so stressed and worried by the fact that that guy was late and he was considering smoking, but he cannot because they doesn't like the smell.
The smoking. Yeah, I feel like he's gonna end up quitting, honestly. Um, and it's just like, yeah, and when
And
he,
also in that moment, I was like, okay, August is losing Mork's approval right now. He
oh, for
got it,
sure,
and
yeah,
now he lost it.
yeah, oh, for sure, he's lost
And
it.
when
But like,
and he was kind of hurt when they told him to leave.
yeah, he
But
was.
yeah, and
And also,
also
when he came back in and put his hand on his shoulder, because he's always known it was Mork before,
yeah,
and like his wishful thinking was that it was the other guy, and like to be mistaken in that way, that hurt as well. But the way you see, like, it's like someone stabbed him, Mork, I mean, and you see him like shake it off because Day is in trouble. Like Day
yeah,
needs
he has to
something.
do
So
everything. And
he slaps a band-aid on it and he just keeps going and focusing.
yeah, exactly. And also, like, I thought he was going to say like that he lost his phone, he forgot his phone or something to make an excuse for why he didn't leave. But then,
Mm.
it's Mork. He's not gonna do that.
No.
And then, I feel like in his head, he was ready to let go and let Day had that and make space for that guy and retreat. But then when August broke his trust,
Mm.
he decided, okay, I am better than that guy, so he cannot trust him with Day.
Yeah. I feel
So
like it was
he,
either a bit of that or it was that he maybe, because like, when you like somebody and if someone else around you likes that person, you can usually tell. Like you just, I don't know. Like I've been in that situation where, I've known someone and we've both liked the same person. Like neither of us have communicated it, but I knew that they liked this person. And I feel like he knew, like I feel like it's gonna I feel like he maybe thought August liked Day, but I don't know that he necessarily thought that Day felt the same because he
yeah,
really didn't indicate at all that he had any feelings for him. Like he seemed nervous and didn't want to, look dumb and, any of those sorts of things.
oh, not to that extent.
Yeah. And so, like, that was a huge reveal that was just like for him to be like, oh, I guess I really like him and I probably have for a really long time. And poor like Morg was just ready to say I like you. And just I was just
No,
like,
no,
oh,
no. We have more things before that. Let's go back.
mm, okay.
Their date in
Oh yeah,
Twilight.
which is
Everything
basically
was
what it
perfect.
was. He took him on a date. Oh my god, the bit on the bridge where they're like holding
And he's like,
hands and
this road leads to me, and he was sharing his life, his experiences. Like when he was a technician, he worked there a lot, and this road leads to me. Like this is what you
mm,
get if you choose me.
I wonder if he'll go if like Day will look for him there in the future because this is a place he goes, obviously.
Oh, interesting. And also putting his hand on, like he got the Mork experience.
Mm-mm-mm. Yeah, there was lots of hand holding, hands on knees, and
And
sorry.
everything was so romantic and pretty, and the music was so beautiful in this part again. Like the romantic moments had this amazingly beautiful music in the background always. It's a
Mm.
thing.
And it was like kind of almost like Twilight, like it had that really kind of like
Was
glow to the day and everything. It was just, oh, it was really, really, yeah, that whole bit. And then when he took him to the flower market, um,
when his lovers were upset with him, he took them there.
yeah, and he's like, well, why are you taking me here? And he's like, well, let me show you. But and I love the bit how he said to him like, "What's your favorite flower?" And he's guessing and all the rest of it. And he said a sunflower because they refuse to stay in the dark and they're always looking for the sun. And I'm just like, oh look, there was my sun analogy. Thank you,
But
dear
also
man.
again, him showing the flower to show him the flower that Rong loved.
Yes.
sharing something of himself again.
Yeah, and the meaning behind it about like this person is selfish, and then but this is you accepting and like whatever their decisions, and it was just very interesting because he was like, huh, when he was
Hmm.
because it
And I noticed.
without knowing anything, Day has basically just given him kind of, I guess, uh I guess a band-aid sort of.
Yeah, nervous. I noticed Mark touching his nose again.
Mm,
Day obviously bites his lips when he's nervous.
mm,
Yeah, and then we get the bar scene where he's looking for August again,
mm,
and him telling the story, like making the analogy of the arranged marriage where he feels like he wanted that partner and that partner didn't want him and he was stuck with him.
mm.
And
Yeah, and then
him
Mork
saying that he
saying
always had to make how do you say this? They
allowances.
did not meet each other halfway. He
No,
had to compromise
he
all the
gave
time.
in on everything.
What do you think about it?
With like, if that was what their relationship was like,
Yeah,
or
what does that mean? Why is it like this?
because
Why
I feel like
was he
he is
saying this?
a selfish person, August. Like
So he was trying.
even in this moment, he's like in this moment that we have at the end here, he is so selfish. Like I do not like him. He cannot be redeemed for me. I know they're going to try and redeem him at some point or whatever, but he can't be redeemed for me because not only did he like I just have so much issue. I have so many issues with what just happened because he, by like refusing to acknowledge like what was going on. And on one hand, I'm like, yes, okay, I get it because like it would be worse. It would be bad rather for Day to realize he overheard what he was saying or like whatever. But isn't
But
it's going to
Mark
be
could
way
never do that to him. Mark could never use like his disability to like that against him.
no, but
Like he'd be honest.
he's put him in this position, like August put him in this position where like
He has to lie in a way.
yeah, kind of, and he's never done that before, and so I hated him for that a bit. And I have very little respect for him, and especially given what Day said their relationship was like in the first place. Like that's extremely toxic. Like why would you want to be in a relationship with someone like that who never gives?
Also, I noticed Mark being again physically uncomfortable to see Day upset.
Yeah.
I feel like I feel like we're going to learn that August has some kind of a reason and maybe like there's going to be something there and that's why Mork also held back because I think he decided that that guy has to have a reason because otherwise he would have continued with whatever he was doing with his advances. Or maybe it was just not the moment. I don't know.
No, I think it was not the moment. Like I think like it's one of those things. Like there's he in that in that scene. Oh my god, Jimmy, win
Oh
an
my god,
award already.
yes, yes, yes,
Right?
yes, he's so
There was
good, so
so much
good.
going on with him. I'm just like
His
in
face,
awe. I
every emotions
yes.
on.
So like literally his heart broke about 4 times and each time you fucking
Mhm.
saw it. Like, okay. So
Yep.
the first time was when Day's like, oh, I guess I really like him because I do not think for a moment that he thought Day liked him because he was shocked. You could see it in his face. Like I feel like
Mhm.
I feel like once again I hate to take it back to dangerous romance, but also I kind of don't. I feel like he had a Salom moment here, like a Salom Keylock moment, where he
Mhm.
was
Mhm.
like, I thought we were on the same page. Like we've literally been flirting. Like
Mhm.
even though Day's been like, no, you're not my type, kind of like flirting. He was totally flirting back, like pretty much the whole time.
So
And
again, this means that just as the beginning,
No,
He
that's right.
still doesn't see
I
him.
literally said he's so blind to Mork. Like he's not paying attention. It's all surface
Yes,
level. And
just
I'm
as it was at the beginning, it's still going on. I thought it
yeah,
was over like last episode, but no, it's still going
yeah.
on.
And I feel
Oh
like
my
Mork
God.
thought I feel like Mork that's why he's been sharing all these things about himself because
He
he
thought they
thought they were
wanted to
on the
see
same
him.
page. Like
Yeah.
he thought they were on this other level that they respected one another and that they were in this place where they were learning things and sharing
Yeah, just
experiences and
suddenly that moment from the end of the last episode when they was checking him out reminded me of the moment from episode 5, I think, of Dangerous Romance, where Kang is doing all these things for Salom, and
mm,
Salom is like, "Oh, he likes me," and so, but then in the end, we get the
key
reveal
thing.
that yeah.
Mm-mm-mm. Like the
Oh,
CPR scene.
yep, yeah,
The super
exactly,
awkward
like
CPR
same,
scene. Yeah. And this
yeah,
is the thing. And so, like, okay, so there's the first instance you see his heartbreak. He's just like, oh, fuck. Right. And then then he keeps talking and he's talking about, like, how, it's a missed opportunity. Maybe I shouldn't have
and it's like
waited, blah, blah.
he wouldn't have told him that if he didn't, like, he doesn't understand that Mark likes him. He wouldn't tell that to a person who has feelings for you. He doesn't even know that.
No.
Remember we were talking about the scene where he was trying on clothes, and like I was like, Mark is all everything and blah blah blah, and Day was not aware. This means that he was not aware like that. He was, he felt something was a bit weird,
Mm-mm.
but he did not understand to what extent Mark actually is
Yeah. What the hell's going
affected
on?
by him. Yeah.
Yeah. And it's like, and this is the thing as well. Like, it's like you see him so this is heartbreak one. Heartbreak one is I have feelings for someone else. Heartbreak two is when you see him when he keeps talking about
Hmm.
August and everything, and you see he's like, so I thought I like I it, we had this I thought I knew you moment from him.
Hmm.
Heartbreak two, because like if anyone knows him, it should be him. He studies this boy hard. Like he's made
Yeah.
a profession of it. Like,
Yeah.
and then Day is all like, oh, I guess I should have said something. I shouldn't have left it until I can't, like even see his face and blah 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 blah. And so then Mork's like, yes, this is what I've been saying. This is something that we both should, like, I should never, like, this is a lesson that Mork has learned the hard way, not to,
Yeah.
like, he mentioned it with the food for his sister, cooking food for his sister,
Yeah.
this missed opportunity, this thing that will never come around again. And so
Yeah.
he reaches for the sunflower that he purchased secretly to give him, as a show of his, like, true affection. And, um, only to sort of turn around and have August standing there. And so I'm like, obviously August is late. He's turned up, so he maybe
I
something
don't think
happened.
he's late. I think there's something going on there. I think there's something more complicated that is going to justify him at least a little bit. I think something there's something.
No, well, when I say late, I mean like something obviously happened to prevent him from turning up on time. Like
Hmm.
I don't think he just I don't think he just decided not to go for whatever
Yeah.
reason. I feel like
Hmm.
something happened that prevented him from getting there. The fact that he still went, like thinking, like on the off chance that Day was waiting for him, does give
Hmm.
him some brownie points.
Hmm.
However, like his next moves, like just completely wiped those for me because, for starters, he should have spoken up instead of just standing there listening to their conversation. Um,
And making Mark his accomplice.
That's right. Right. Like the way he drags him into it is so, and I mean, and I feel like, as I said, it's this thing. I feel like he knows. I feel like definitely knows because Mork is standing there holding a fucking flower, isn't he? So he knows that
Okay,
Mork likes him. He knows that Mork
I
likes
don't
Day,
know. Yeah.
and
Okay. Yeah.
now there's this secrets. There's two secrets that Mork and is keeping from Day. One, that he likes him,
Hmm.
and two, that August knows that Day likes him. That's a bit confusing, but I'm sure you follow what I mean. And
But
it's just like,
besides that, I think he also saw that maybe there's something more complicated there. And not only that it wasn't the perfect moment, it wasn't the right moment, but if Day wants that, he's going to
oh, of course he'll back off.
try to. I'm sorry?
He'll back off.
Yeah.
At least that's how it looks in that moment. It looks like he's going to back off, or like he's going to hold and wait and see. And I feel like he stops because ultimately, like, August showed up, but then August is like, don't tell him, like, I'm here, don't tell him I heard, kind
Yeah.
of thing.
Yeah.
And I feel like we go back to that. Like, I feel like in this moment, as I said, we're getting all these heartbreak moments from Mork, where, like, you know, he's going to take a chance, and then August is there, and then he's like, I feel like he goes back to that place where he's like, okay, maybe he's worthy, but then he does
Mhm.
the don't tell him I'm here kind of thing, and he's like, you're not good enough again. Do you know what I mean? Because we see the trailer for next week, and he's clearly, you're not good enough, and also he's now fully invested. So
Maybe
I
not exactly 100% not you're not good enough, but that you're not perfect.
mm,
And he wants something perfect for Day. He wants someone who does not um you know hide stuff from him. He will confront. I feel like he'll confront that guy, and only will only let him get closer today if that guy wins his trust again.
mm.
But he will not like him anymore. He'll never like it was not. He will never accept him anymore. There
Well,
will
it,
always
I mean,
be.
in the trailer, it looks like they start to sort of like, flirt again.
Hmm.
And because it looks like Mork asks him out essentially on what I'm guessing is a date, and
Hmm.
Day says to him, "As what?" And he says, "Well, what do you want to be, Nong Day?" So they're now being a little bit more candid about
Mm.
what's actually happening between the two of them,
Yeah.
because of course Day is in this place now where he can maybe let go of the thing with August, but he doesn't know that it's not over, because he doesn't know that August knows that he likes him.
Hmm.
And so for them now, they're in this place where they're back to flirting, and like maybe something can happen, and now August shows up again like a bad smell. And name of this episode. Or I think we should just call it Zoe Cries. But but like,
Hmm.
and then so, and you see this moment where he's like, I'm here to see Day, and like, um he puts his foot on the step in front of him and bars his entry, and I was just like, dude, I'm it's funny because when he went back in, when Mork went back into the restaurant and Day had been sitting there waiting all that time, and he was on his own, I was like, and when he was sitting out in the car waiting for August to show up, I'm like, oh, if he shows up now, he's probably gonna get a punch. Like, that was like, I feel like he's gonna get punched. He better have a good excuse, or he's gonna get punched. It's like, how dare you make him cry? But yeah, and I just, oh, but oh my god, as I said, I was just like, oh, I had no idea. I did not see. I must admit, I was a bit like Morg. I did not see Day's feelings for August. I assumed August had feelings for him, but I didn't see it the other way around. And so I
So
was
I
like,
had this little thought that I did not really cling to because I guess I was in denial or something when they were making the picture, when the picture of them or the both of them was taken.
mm,
They looked a bit uncomfortable in a way that made it look to me like he was aware of the touch on a different level, like he was
yeah, when you like somebody,
to the guy. Yeah.
and
So I
it's,
guess it's an old thing for him. It's
yeah,
really maybe that guy has been a dream for him, and that something that did not get to the culmination point, like no resolution,
yeah,
not did not get to the resolution, that story for him, and
mm-mm,
he's clean into it. He needs a
yeah.
resolution.
Well, because I didn't see it, so my first "oh no, no, no" was that, and then I just kept going as I watched Mork's heartbreak in like multiple successions, and then and because I don't know why, I think I looked down when um Mork looks down to get the flower out of his bag, and then when I looked up, it was like we were both had the same moment, and he was just like standing there, like looming, like friggin' a bad bloody penny, and I was like, "What are you doing here?" And then I'm like, "Oh no, no!" And the sobbing was already like really gross by that stage, and I, and then it just kept getting worse, and then of course now Day is like, "Oh, I'm really not okay. Like I need support." Like that's his, like, you are my support person, like in this is how he sees Day, not as a carer, but like as a friend, as someone who cares about him, someone he cares about, who is sharing this experience with him and that he feels safe with. And so he's like, I need you, like, to be my person. Meanwhile, Day's just standing there holding his heart in his hand. It's bleeding all over the floor, and I'm just like, I felt so bad for him because I was just like, seriously. And of course,
That
what did
and
he
also
do?
what I read in him at that moment was there. I'll be here as long as you need me. Because
Yeah, the
ultimately, this is where the issue is. Like he'll be there as long as they. I guess this is going to happen. Like he's going to retreat at some point, and they is going to have to go and look for him and fight for him and
yeah, well,
convince him that he's good enough
because
and yeah.
probably what's going to happen is Day is probably going to end up maybe with August for a bit, which is going to piss me right off. But anyway, um, potentially, or
Maybe
or
not
maybe
exactly, but maybe he will not get, because that would be a bit cliche, I feel like, but maybe
or
more
at
cool
least
for that.
he may will be maybe thinking that maybe he's considering it or something, and so like Mork will just assume that that's what's going to happen.
Yeah,
But either
yeah,
way, it's going to be like, yeah, I feel like he is going to have to go, as you said, and get him. And I would love it if we got a scene where he like made his way to that bridge and was like feeling along the chain link fence and eventually got to someone sitting there,
that's
and it was
oh my
and it was
god,
Mork.
it's so
Yeah.
cool. This road, because that road leads to him.
Yeah.
They already said it, that road leading to him. Oh,
Mhm.
Zoe.
And I just feel like, I mean, the obvious thing is, and because
Oh
we
my god,
haven't
the title, that the road that leads to Mark.
we haven't had, like, we saw in the episode, like, as I said, in the episode, these little bits that they were showing at the beginning. Every episode up until now, they've been really like loving and happy and like whatever, romantic, playing, frolicking in the ocean, and whatever. Um, and then this episode, we had, as I said, Day crying, Mork being devastated, and we never got Day crying. So we may get the cliche thing. He may choose the wrong man
Hmm.
and get his heart broken, Or maybe that reaction is because Mork leaves. But I feel like even if Mork leaves, if he even has like a hint of the fact that Day might need him, he's gonna drop like everything and go
Yeah.
back. Unless we have like,
There, like
because
he will leave if he thinks Day does not need him. That's when that's the only way I see him leaving. If
mm,
he decides then that Day does not leave him. If
so
Day tells him that he needs him, he will be there.
yeah. What if we have like a massive epic clusterfuck of misunderstandings that happen? So we have like, maybe Day will find out that August knows, or August will tell him. I feel like August is gonna tell him that he knows, and he'll like let it be known that Mork knew too, which is gonna cause problems between the two of them, potentially, because
That would
there's
be
that
such a
trust.
dick move if he does that, because that would be so so bad.
I think he is a dickhead, so I would anticipate that he would do something like that. And so then potentially we might have, um you know Day kind of like not choosing August, but like entertaining or like spending time with him because he's angry at Mork, not because he like doesn't like him anymore or doesn't want to be with him or whatever, but because he's mad. And
Hmm.
then so then we have Day being like, well, okay, I guess he doesn't need me anymore, and like leaving. And then potentially we could have Day go looking for Mork and like find him and find out that I can't remember her name again.
Project?
Jay is pregnant and maybe like come into a situation where Mork claims it as his.
Oh my god. Oh my god. That'd be kind of like, this kind of sounds cliche though.
It does, but like it depends on how they do it.
We'll
Because
see.
because you think about it from Day's perspective, if he came into a situation where he heard like that conversation, he's not, and he doesn't know like why Mork is saying it, what the circumstances are, like maybe it might be not so cliche, because it's like, if you think about it, it could be a huge misunderstanding based purely on the fact that he can't see everything that's going on in that moment.
Hmm.
So, but yeah, I can see it. Like, there's definitely like the setup for those sorts of things are here. Like,
Mm-hmm.
they've dropped those breadcrumbs, but they've also dropped like a bunch of others. So it's like, do I just crumb a chicken? Like, I don't know what's gonna happen.
Hmm.
I'm like, but oh my god, I cried so much. I should just learn to shut up when I'm like, what did I say at the beginning? I'm like super chill. My body's like, there's no tears in me, and oh my god, like I actually feel like I still want to cry. Like I don't think I can rewatch that. Like I
You
kind
watched
of,
this part, yes. It
oh,
was
usually
heartbreaking. This part
usually
was
like
heartbreaking.
when
And it
people,
was all Jimmy.
yeah.
Jimmy just was amazing in this part.
Mm-mm. And it's
Solid,
funny
solid.
because I feel like C played Day very numb and like, and which made sense to me because I feel like he doesn't actually really have these feelings anymore for August. He may have had them in the past, but he's not like, I feel like it, as we said, he's like clinging to this like idea of it more so than anything else. And so his, like, I guess heartbreak or whatever is somewhat superficial, and that's how it felt to me. Like, I didn't feel bad for him. Like, I felt
It
bad for
felt
him.
like something that he already knew was being proven to him.
Yeah, I felt like it was like one of those things where I felt bad for him earlier on, but in this moment I
Hmm.
didn't really feel bad for him. Like, I just kind of felt like this is like surface level pain. Like, it's like you already, you already had the wound, and you've
Hmm.
healed, and you've just noticed there's a scar there. Like, it was kind of like that. Whereas, as I said, like, I feel like for at least a
I
third
think
of that.
not. It's not exactly. I don't think it's. I feel like he ties this guy and his love for him with his old life, with his sports career, with his side that he's lost, and that's why it hurts so much because
Mm.
everything is like is mixed together.
Yeah, but
He cannot.
I didn't get pain from him in this scene. So, and I don't think it's like bad acting from C, because he's done really well the rest of the time. I just feel like I felt more pain from him when he was stood up than in this scene when he's confessing his
Mhm.
like so-called feelings. So I feel like, as you said, yeah, he's got it all together. I feel like any pain that he has though is due to like the fact, as you said, that he's tied it all together. I don't think he has like this 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 I feel like, any sort of like, I guess not rejection, but like unrequited love feelings or whatever have already kind of somewhat healed over. It's just that like he's just now acknowledging the fact that they exist and that he should have done something about it when he could. You know what I mean? Like, whereas,
Because he spent like a year without thinking about that guy, basically, like he isolated
exactly.
himself. And
Yeah, and
now that
he's,
he found him, it's like an old wound that
yeah, yeah.
basically healed and like you
Yeah, but
poke it.
it's not like he's been pining for him this whole time. Like, it's not, well, I guess what I'm trying to say is it's not that deep, right? Whereas we, like, I feel like his feelings about being with that guy are more about the sport, like you said, about the sport and about the team like aspect of it and all the rest of it. Whereas like poor like Mork is like, I feel like like 2/3 of that scene, he was standing there clutching his, like, oh my god, if Jimmy had like looked down and he'd been holding his like still beating heart in his hand and it was just like bleeding all over the floor, I would have believed it because he was just so freaking
Wouldn't have
like.
been as effective. It was so good the way it was already.
No, I
Like
know,
he
but
did not have to do
I'm just
anything.
saying, like, I would believe that
Yeah.
because that is how he
Mhm.
acted.
Mhm.
And I fucking believed it. Like, I was like sobbing, like gross, ugly sobbing. Like, oh my god. There's nothing like, gross, ugly girl crying at like 4 a.m. in the morning alone in your bedroom. It's like, well, I'm not alone. You're with me technically, although you weren't with me when I was watching it, so I was alone. And you know what? It was probably payback because what did I say before we started watching it? I want you to be in pain with me, blah 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 blah, and like, I should have just shut my mouth. But yeah, oh no, I just. Oh, as you said, I love Morg. Morg, the best boy.
I
Like,
wanna
oh my
go.
god.
Yes, I wanna go back and watch it, but also I'm scared because
Well,
well.
what I was gonna say before is normally like when we stop recording on a Friday night,
Mhm.
Saturday morning for me, I usually go back and watch like the last 5 minutes of the episode because that's usually like the culmination of everything, and then the
Mhm.
trailer again for next week. I don't know that I can tonight. I feel like I'm gonna cry again. Maybe I need a good cry. Maybe that's like yeah. Oh my god, I'm
Maybe this is why I watched the trailer again and again.
I'm
It's
sorry.
like
Like Jimmy is just.
Zoe, I dare you to watch the trailer like in 2, 3 days. I feel like you'll be there with me.
I just like I don't know. I'm like I feel like someone needs to give that boy an award. Like for real. I'm just so. Each week he's making me fall in love with this character more and more, and it's these like
Mhm.
subtle little nuances that he's laying on top of the character, and it's just tonight just really like, oh my god, he's like I don't even know. uh
I agree. Yes.
uh I kind of want him to make Dave friggin' work for it, but I just know that he's not going to.
Yeah.
Kind of makes me a little mad actually. I
Maybe he'll have to work. He'll have to work for it to make more forgive himself and heal. He'll have
maybe,
to work
or
because he's avoiding.
maybe his working for it won't be a matter of like Mork making him work for it, but it'll be like this, I said like this idea that I proposed where he goes looking for him, like he challenges himself to go out on his own and actually like
Put
look
himself
for.
in danger somehow.
Yeah, yeah, but like look for Mork without like worrying about, without being afraid because like he's not,
Mhm.
like put himself in that position where he doesn't care if people are looking at him funny. He doesn't care about like what other people are doing. He's just like he's following the path to Mork. Like that's what he's
Yeah.
trying to do. Like if he does that, maybe that will be to me like him working hard for it or something. But yeah, oh my goodness. And I'm just like, and I know we're gonna get him triggered. I know we're gonna get more triggered again, and I'm just like, honestly, I don't know that my
He
heart's
gets
ready for
triggered
it.
every time. He gets triggered, I feel like, every time he sees Day getting a little upset, and the more upset he is, the more panicked
Well,
Mork is.
because
Like
the
you can
thing
see him
is
looking,
yeah.
looking. His eyes are like, oh my god, searching for something. Like, what should I do?
Well, I mean,
Do something,
he already like. I mean, I don't know that I'd say love necessarily because I don't know that for sure, but he already really, really, really likes him. Like he cares about him so much, and so like, he, yeah, he's just at even the hint of danger. It's yeah. Oh my goodness, I don't know. I don't really know what to say. Normally, I try and have something witty to say at the end, but honestly, I'm just like
You're good.
something
You're
of him.
good. You proposed so many good ideas, like him looking the one with him looking for Mork and going to the bridge.
Yeah,
Yes, because that is the way he said it. That was the way to
yeah.
him.
The road to
So
him,
he's
or whatever
going
he
to go
said, the
that. Yeah,
pathway to
yeah,
him. Yeah.
yeah,
Ugh. But yeah, I'm just like, I don't know. I think all I have really left to say is like someone should give Jimmy an award, and someone really needs to give Mork a friggin' cuddle.
C is also very, very good. It's just that right now
We're
you know,
frustrated with him.
his character is in love, and I think he's in love already, and
Mm.
he
I think he is too. He's just
he's
blind. He's
hurt.
just like to
He's
pardon the
brokenhearted.
pardon the pun. He's just blind to it by everything else that's going on around him. This living in the past thing has blinded him to like what's actually happening in the present. And just when I think he's getting it, just when I think he's realizing that, like this is what's happening, this is like how things can
Maybe
be.
maybe it's because we're like his mother. Like we remember when he's making little steps forward,
We're
but then
expecting too
suddenly
much of
we're
him.
expecting him,
Yeah,
to
probably.
start doing everything, and then like
Yeah, you're probably right. And it's
disappointed
probably
when
it is what we're
yeah.
already episode 5. It's a bit early, isn't it? We really maybe jumped the gun.
Hmm.
But isn't it funny? Oh my god, like what is GMM doing right now? I don't know if this is a thing or not. I might have to go back and watch a bunch of like other BLs. Oh my god, that will be so hard for me. But no, because like is this like I know like episode 11 is usually like the death episode, and by that I mean like break out your heart, bring out your tears, grab some whatever chocolate. But like 10 or 11 is like the one where like they rip your heart out and then they hand it to you. Like but episode 5 in Dangerous Romance was also the episode where like one character was
And
an
it's very
idiot and the other
similar to
character got their
Dangerous.
heart
Yeah.
broken.
Yes.
And I'm just like, is that a pattern? Is episode 5 a thing that I didn't know about? I'm like, people are listening and you know if episode 5 is a thing, please send us please DM us on Twitter or like on Tumblr and just let us know, because I'm like, am I blind? Did I miss it? Episode 5 was a thing. Like now I'm trying to think of other BLs that I really liked, and I'm like, did something happen in episode? I feel the urge to go and watch episode 5 of Not Me, Bad Buddy, and a bunch of others to try and work out if something
I would
happened.
just
Maybe it's a thing and I just didn't notice it until now. I mean, we are really looking a lot more at these shows than maybe we would normally. Um,
mhm.
but because we've got somebody to talk to about it, that's half my problem usually when I watch these shows. I'm like, I would literally just be still sitting in my room going, oh my god, no, oh no, oh no, still I'm probably crying. But at least now I've had an opportunity to vent and talk to you about it and like, hey, maybe this will happen, maybe that'll happen. But yeah, I don't know. Okay, question for the listeners. You can also answer this on the on directly onto the podcast as well. I think there's an opportunity to like leave a question or answer a question. I think the question, like the form question, is actually what did you think of this episode? Just ignore that and tell me if episode 5 is a thing that I've missed where one character gets their heart ripped out, because I feel like that's something I should have noticed before now. But it definitely happened in episode 5 of Dangerous Romance as well. So maybe it's a new thing. I'm like,
And very similarly.
yes, true, because up until now they had that whole flirt banter thing going, just like Salom and Kang did,
Yeah.
and Salom was convinced they were on the same page, and so was Mork here in this, and it came out of left field as well. This whole idea of like having affection for someone else, because it
Yep.
really wasn't obvious in either show. Wow, so much to think about. I need to know if episode 5 is a thing. Like, oh my god.
But every episode, like in Dangerous Romance and then this one, they're both very intense. And maybe it's actually a payoff thing, because I think he produced Dangerous Romance. Maybe it's something that he brings into the
Maybe it's like just his shows now. So now perhaps we just go check out Bad Buddy and we'll get our answer. I'm like, what
Bad
happened in
Buddy.
episode 5 of Bad Buddy? I
When did
can't
they
remember.
kiss?
Oh, because that scene
When
was
did they
that was
kiss?
really bad, wasn't it? Because yes, oh yes, because Pat was like, oh yes, finally, and then Pran's like, yeah, we can't be together. See you later. Peace out,
Yeah,
bitches.
I think it happened in yes, it
It
happened
did.
in
It was
episode
episode 5. Okay, maybe it's a payoff
5.
thing. Maybe it is. Oh,
Interesting.
interesting. Hey, perhaps we worked it out ourselves. Please confirm or deny. Inquiring minds still want to know. Like, I still feel like I need to check Not Me or something though, because it's just wow. I don't know even. It's done so well though. You know what I mean?
It is.
This like, even in Bad Buddy, if you think about it, they are having this like building this relationship between this secret relationship or friendship or whatever between each other, and you can see like Pat is so jealous, and he's almost like unhinged, like when in episode 5, because he's so jealous of, funnily enough, Jimmy.
I found out what happened in episode 5 of Not Me.
Okay, what happened?
What the scene where White catches Sean with
Oh,
Namo.
in bed? Okay, so it's a
Yeah.
fucking episode 5 thing. It's a thing. How did I not realize until now? Oh yes, because White like freaks, doesn't he? Oh, he overreacts so
Mhm.
badly. Yes, because he's realizing he's got feeling. Oh wow, okay. It's a different sort of thing, but it's still the same. Like, it's a
Mhm.
thing. Okay, episode 5 is a thing. Okay, well, hey, you can still tell us your episode 5 revelations if you want. Let
From
us know what your
our series, yeah.
favorite episode 5 revelation devastation is. Oh, episode 5 revelation devastation could also be the title of this podcast. I'm just like, I can't believe it. I'm just like, how did I never notice this? Wow, what a pattern.
Good.
Now I'm
Mhm.
going to be afraid of episode 5. The thing is though, like, I'm just talking about how much he's heartbroken and how much my heart broke for him and how much I cried. This was a really good episode.
It was.
Yeah. So, don't like August. Would smack him if I saw him in the street. Probably. Sorry, poor actor. But like, I mean, I'm hinged enough to know that I wouldn't actually smack the actor. But if it was a parallel universe and it was August, I'd probably smack him. I'd ask questions later on. I'm sure he's a nice guy underneath it all, but I don't like him. It's not going to change.
We'll see.
Watch them have some like really heartbreaking reason for like why he didn't turn up or whatever.
No, because I
And
feel like there must be something. They cannot make us, hate him like this. It's just not.
wait for next week when Zoe looks like
Yeah.
a horrible person. Because I'm just like, I don't care. I don't like him.
Let me smack him.
Yeah. And like, he's got this like really horrible home life and something really terrible's happened, or I don't know, you know what I mean? I'm sure they can
Maybe,
probably try and
maybe he
make.
also needed. Maybe he needed Day to be there for him as well,
Yeah.
as much as, and Day
Well,
wasn't.
maybe that's the thing. Maybe something horrible happened, so he couldn't come, but he still went there, even though it was like hours later, on the off chance that he might be there, because one, he didn't want to leave him there on his own, and two,
Mhm.
he maybe needed to speak to him or something, And, but yeah, I'm just like, I don't know. I feel like I'm trying to talk myself into not like disliking him. I don't hate it. I know. I think I said I hate him. I don't hate him. I don't hate anybody. That takes way too much energy, and I feel like that's a bad thing for your karma. But I really dislike him intensely. This last bit, we've like spoken for like 50 minutes. And probably a good like 40 of that was just me talking about how much I cried. Oh my god, I just like I actually really
Really
want to
sad.
like,
I
I'm
feel
like,
like
can we DM the boys from GMM, because I feel like I want to DM Jimmy and just be like, bravo.
you're sad about
Have all of
tears
the
for this
awards.
series. I don't usually cry for
Did you
series,
did you
especially.
did you cry at
I
all in this
almost,
episode?
I almost cried. I almost cried. I feel like I might cry if I rewatch it.
Rewatch? Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm
I
afraid to
don't
rewatch it.
usually cry when I watch
Yeah,
it the
I
first
am
time.
going to though. I feel like I want to see that scene again, because as I said, I looked down when Mork looked down, and I want to watch the whole thing. But I
Mhm.
was just like,
Well,
oh,
the camera did that with him. Like the
I
camera, we
think,
saw what he
yeah,
saw. So
maybe I didn't look down. Maybe I was given that impression by the camera work. Which, if that's the case, like I was convinced I looked down. So great work on the cameraman. Round of applause. You confused Zoe. I believed it so much I thought I looked down. No, I think I did look down. But
yep.
yeah,
So this is it.
I feel like yeah, I feel like if we don't pull the plug, I'm just gonna keep talking about crying. Let's save that for next week because I'm sure it'll happen some more next week.
Let's say that for the next time when you watch the trailer.
Oh,
Yeah, we need to make a post. I want you to watch it, but not right now. Just wait like a 3 days, and it's gonna be an experiment.
Okay, well there you
You
go.
need to
That's
do
a
it
poll.
yourself.
That's a poll. There you go. Right? Will Zoe cry
Yes.
when she watches the trailer? What do you all think? Will I cry or not? I don't think I will. I don't know why. I can't really remember the trailer,
We'll
so
see.
maybe I'm like
We'll
setting
see.
myself up to fail.
If I cried, I feel like you might like. There's a big chance you will cry as well.
Yeah, I'm just like, what is wrong with me? I need to stop with bold statements.
No,
These
no.
sweeping
You
statements.
do you. It's more fun this way for
Yeah,
me.
true. Like, yeah, it's more fun when you're a fool.
I love it when I'm right.
Yeah, I'm just the jester. Call me your clown. Anyway, all right, let's end this. As I said, we
So
just spent another 2 minutes talking about me crying.
follow us on Tumblr, on Twitter, on Spotify. Write to us, interact with us. See you next time.
All right, see you later. Bye.
Bye.